Hello, and welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'm gonna sit here and talk. Hopefully, I won't give any more medical information according to YouTube. So, I guess I better watch what I say about protein powder. Um, yeah, YouTube is crazy. But anyway, once again, this is for entertainment purposes only. And if I do state anything medical, they're jokes. Because, protein powder affects lives. Anyway, so I was working out today, and it lasted about 2 minutes because, that saying, have you heard that saying, no pain, no gain? Well, I'm the complete opposite. As soon as I feel an ounce of pain, I stop. So, after about 2 minutes, maybe, I don't know, whatever, 5 minutes of working out, I felt I felt pain in my right forearm. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. Um, so yeah, that's the key to success, people. As soon as it gets hard, you stop. That's what he said. No, but as soon as it gets hard, you got to quit. the That is the key to success. As soon as it starts going uphill slightly, you just slow down and you take a seat and you wait for it to go downhill. Think about that. Anyway, I'm looking at the. I'm not looking at the anything right now. Right now, I'm looking at the mic. But anyway, so like Gina Carano did her interview on I guess the Livewire news site, Ben Shapiro's news site, and she talks about in the interview. She talk. I mean, I did not watch the interview. I just seen the clips from the 3,000 YouTube videos. Like every channel is covering the interview. I love how YouTube is kind of like, in a way, like, a big sheep farm too, because at least everything I'm being recommended, like all the people I'm subscribed to, they all do the same videos. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's interesting because, in a way, okay, I love Gina Carano. I've said it before, I'm a fan of her MMA days. I'm not a fan of her being an actress. I don't know enough about her acting, but I've seen like all of her matches. Like, I used to be into sports, and MMA is a sport that I used to be into. So yeah, I was following her back then. So, you know, when it comes to her acting, I've only seen clips of her acting because I'll type in her part and watch a whatever 2 minute, 3 minute clip of her acting. So, and I saw Deadpool though. I mean, like she was good in it. I'm a fan of the comics, so I knew the character she was playing and all that stuff. It wasn't, her character was as comics accurate as it could be because God, I actually forgot the name of the character she played, but that's neither here nor there. Actually, let me look up the name of the character she was playing because like I know who the character is. Just um, what was the name of her character though? Angel Dust. Yeah, that was her name. Angel Dust. Yeah, Angel Dust is a marauder. If you follow like X-Men, you'll know this. I'm not going to over-explain it, but she's a marauder, and her power is based on adrenaline. So like when she gets an adrenaline rush, she gets superhuman strength, and she's also ugly. But so like I'm saying, like it's as comics. Her character was as comics accurate as you can get. I mean, like Gina Carano's not ugly, but that's fine. It's okay that it's a good looking version of Angel Dust, and she's a lot buffer than Angel Dust. Like Angel Dust is like kind of skinny. That's why it's kind of funny when she gets all buff. I mean, gets all strong because it's just from adrenaline, but she's not like she doesn't get physically buff. She just gets strong. But like Gina Carano's a fit woman, whatever. So like that's fine, and like it was as comics accurate as it could be, and like they kind of made her stronger than what she usually is. That's fine, but good, good. She did a great portrayal of Angel Dust. But I just Angel Dust is not stronger than Colossus because they had her like manhandling Colossus. That wouldn't happen in the comics, but that's okay. And the comics is known for changing the abilities characters based on the writer, just like in Captain America: Civil War. They powered down Iron Man. Like in a real fight, Iron Man would kill Captain America in like 2 seconds. There's just no chance. Like the strength levels, Captain America strength is just a peak human. Iron Man could pick up tanks. There's a big difference in strength there, but they gotta power him down. So because if not, you wouldn't have a good movie. Anyway, the whole point is everyone is making the same videos on on YouTube. So it's like uh, I don't know. It's like I keep complaining about like people being sheep, but in a way, like every YouTuber's sheep too. But they have to do the same video because if they don't, they're not going to get views. And the whole point of making these videos is to get views so you can get subscribers, so it'll help you get money because all these people are trying to make a living doing YouTube videos. So I guess I'm complaining about capitalism. Basically, I'm just talking to talk right now, but yeah. Anyway, I'm not really complaining. Like, I like the fact that everyone's doing a video on Gina Carano because I like Gina Carano, but like, I'm not gonna play clips from the interview because the whole point of her doing the interview on Daily Wire is so people actually subscribe to Daily Wire. Everyone's playing the interview, so like, no one's gonna go to Daily Wire, so I'm not gonna take away from Daily Wire. Well, because the whole point of them signing Gina Carano, so like it'll make their subscribers boost and it'll show that Gina Carano has fans. So it's like I don't want to take away from that, but anyway, so like Gina did an interview where she talks about all the bullshit going on with Lucasfilm and Disney, like bullying her and all the lies they said about her in the media, which is I'm great someone's actually like has a voice. Like I'm glad even though she got quote unquote canceled by the minority on Twitter and the $1 billion company Disney, I'm glad that there was another company that was like, hey, we're not gonna go with this cancel culture thing. So I'm glad that at least you have two companies. I get well, Livewire, like that's a company, right? I guess. Um, and Gina, that's Gina is a company on her own just because like she has millions of fans, so technically she could make a company called like Carano Incorporated. That's why I'm going like two companies, actually standing up to like this cancel culture. So at least that's two right there. So now that you have two, like a few more people, a few more businesses, like a few more something has to step up because like Gina said that there's people who are working for Disney and Lucasfilm who are just saying what they think Disney wants to hear. So like there's people being fake, and I guess money means that much because once again this is all about money. It's all about money. So once people see that like a person with different views can actually make a living, like Gina is she gets to produce and star in her own movie because of Livewire, which is great. So now that people see, oh, you can still get work in Hollywood, and this isn't Hollywood anymore though, because of the cough, the coof, the beer virus. Hollywood's gonna shut down. So, but the thing is, it's the next step is going to be independent companies making movies because of like technology now. You can make a movie using an iPhone. Okay, so anyway, so it's like it's become more of a everyman thing. Oh wait, I don't want anyone to be offended. Every person thing. These idiots. Anyway, the average Joe can I mean Jane. I'm just fucking around. The average person can make a movie now. I mean, even with my shit technology, I can do a podcast. I don't. I'm broke as fuck. I bought a mic off of Amazon for like I don't know $20. I have a couple of cameras. I could film this. It's just that no one needs to see me. It's like there's nothing to see here. I'm just an above average looking guy. That's all I am. You know, I'm an above average looking guy with a below average bank account. So there's no point even seeing me. Anyway, so it's like anyone can do anything now. So Gina Carano is going to start something because more and more people are going to be like, okay, I don't have to be afraid. I can actually speak my mind. You know, like imagine living in a country where where like you're afraid to say who you voted for. Give me a break. It you can vote for anyone you want. You can have any opinion you want, and you should have the right to say it. I mean, if you want to like go out and say like whatever the most heinous things, you should have the right to say it, and you shouldn't be afraid to say it. I mean, the difference is like if you're like, of course, promoting violence. Well, that's of course you shouldn't. Okay, that is something you shouldn't be able to say because that is going to harm other people. I'm just saying if you're doing stuff that doesn't hurt anyone. So if you want to say like whatever, I can't think of anything right now. Whatever, like dolphins suck. You hate dolphins. You're anti dolphin. The only thing you're talking about is how you want to murder dolphins. You should have every right to say that. I don't know why I said dolphins. But you understand what I'm saying. You're not saying whatever. I'm I'm not even gonna like pretend to pick a group of people to like put down because you already know which group I'm gonna say. But anyway, if you hate clouds and you want to dedicate your life to talking about how clouds suck, you should have every right to. Okay, but if you want to say like you should like whatever hurt a certain person physically and how you hate them and how they're not human, blah 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 blah. Okay, then that you shouldn't be able to say. And that's just common sense. But if you say you voted for Trump or you say you voted for Biden, you should not be canceled. You should not be hated. You should not be vilified. It's America. You can vote for Kanye. Like, shouldn't you be more mad at people who voted for Kanye? I don't know. I would, but I've never had ill will towards someone because they voted for someone. I've never because in the end, look at all these politicians. Nothing really gets done. You know that, right? And people act like the president is doing so much. Like, okay, so Trump was president for 4 years. How has your life changed? Think about when God, who was the last president again? Oh yeah, Obama. Yes. Think about Obama being president, and now think about Trump being president. How has your life changed? Seriously, how has your life changed? Think about Obama, and think about Trump. How has your life changed? Other than you're older, but has the president himself affected your life? Think about it. I can't think of my life. I can't think of any situation in my life that's been affected because Obama was president or because Trump was president. I can't think of one thing that has changed in my personal life. I can't. I mean, unless there's something like the price of like filet of fish at McDonald's has risen because of one of them. I think that might be a way my life has been affected, but I can't think of one thing. I can't think of one thing that has changed in my life between those two presidents because they were president. You know, maybe my taxes were higher when Obama was president because he had a lot of drone strikes. But I haven't done the research to find out. Trump didn't go to war, so like, did I pay less taxes for defense? I don't know. I mean, but I haven't done the research. But the only thing the only way my life would have been affected would be like little things like that. But like, I'm not a political person, and the average person who's all like extreme reaction to these different presidents. I mean, because there's people who are pissed at Biden's president right now. Why? I don't understand why you're mad that Biden's president. Now there's people who and this is with every election. You remember back when God Bush and Gore were going against each other, and then people think Bush won because of some fancy voter magic. I mean, people were pissed about that because of Florida. Like to this day, they're saying that like the votes in Florida were messed up because like who was the governor of Florida? Well, George Bush's brother. So a lot of people think there was some fancy business going on there. You know, but that's just how it is. But did it change your life? No. Like, do you really care that maybe George Bush was president? I mean, like we were gonna go to war anyway. Every president goes to war except for well, Trump didn't go to war, but like most presidents, they go to war because war makes money. Let's say it's all about the money, people. So I don't know, like because I remember when Bush was president, man, I knew people who were pissed, who were just angry. But the thing is, we didn't have like social media like the way it is now, so they didn't have like a voice to really express it. But I knew people who were just like the same way people are mad about Trump. There are people who are mad about George Bush. I had a girlfriend. It's the only thing she would talk about how pissed she was that George Bush was president, and just like cursing about it. And I'm just like, I don't care because like it doesn't affect my life. He like the president. We're putting too much power in these people. Okay, the, who really affects your life? The people you know affect your life. Like the people in your life actually affect your life. Be pissed about that stuff, you know? Be pissed about your neighbor that like does like my neighbor uses his electric saw at 3 in the fucking morning. That affects my life. That really affects my life. Who the hell uses a power saw at 3 o'clock in the morning? My neighbor. I'm pissed about that. I'm mad about that. If I had social media, I would tweet about that. I really would. Oh my god, I would. My neighbor affects my life a lot more than Trump did. I'm not even joking. Trump has never kept me up at night, but my neighbor, Jesus Christ. How many years has it been? What, like 6 years? What the fuck is he building in his garage for the past 6 years that there's a power saw going on between midnight and 4 a.m.? Does he sleep? Is there a meth lab in his fucking garage? I mean, I just don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm going off. It's been like it's 6 years, right? He's been my neighbor. Who the hell uses a power saw? Or okay, tools. Same thing. It's making the noise that maybe it's a drill. I don't know. But the whole point is it's affecting my life. I can't name one thing that the president said that has affected my life. Biden, Trump, Clinton. Reagan did something that affected my life. All of our lives. He shut down all the mental hospitals, so the homeless population shot up. So okay, there you go. That affected my life. I'm a little mad about that. I was mad about that because of the homeless population. How many forest fires have been started because of homeless people? Because of it's not their fault. They got to cook food, so they got to make a fire. They're forced to live in weird areas like the forest, riverbanks. So it makes sense that a fire started. That affects your life. Like the stuff we should be mad about, we're not mad about. You should be mad about like your everyday social situations. You gotta walk down the street, and then like you walk down the wrong street. There's literally like a homeless camp. It's not these people's fault. It's like the government's fault. So who caused that? Be mad at that person. I don't think that's the president's fault. That's more of a local government thing. Yeah, granted, maybe the president could pass a bill where it's like every city has to have like a I don't know, like a homeless base where they take in the homeless people, rehabilitate them, get them back to be a productive member of society, or if they need mental help, put them in an institution where they obviously get help and the right medication. And a lot of these homeless people are veterans. And the reason why they're homeless is because they got fucked up in like whatever war they were in. So that's it's not their fault. That's something we should be mad about. But we're mad about because just some guy is on the wrong team. I don't like Biden because he's a Democrat. I don't like Trump because he's a Republican. That's just stupid. If politics actually wanted to help people, like actually like do the right thing for people, there wouldn't be parties. It would just be one big party. Hey, it would just be one big party, and you would vote for people based on what they want to do. There's people who just automatically don't like you because you're a Democrat or because you're a Republican. It's that simple. It's like, well, I'm gonna vote for this guy just or her whatever because she's a libertarian. I don't know what her platform is. I'm just gonna vote for her because she's a libertarian. That's stupid, and it doesn't make any sense. And that's why the government's messed up. People are just voting because it's like the team. I don't like this person. He's tall. Well, that's stupid. Well, it's just stupid to not like someone because they're a Democrat. That's stupid too. You know? So I don't know. I mean, like if or like a country like say this is why I think the politics in South Korea are really good. They have a lot of parties because there's so many different views that you can't have just two parties. And then like and then their politics is fast. Like they had a female president, which it doesn't matter if she was a female, but I'm saying like they've had female presidents. So like they had a female president. She did some shady stuff. She she used her political position to get her family favors. Basically, that's a very short story. You can look it up. Okay, so I don't want to bore you with a history lesson. Just go on Google, and I can't pronounce her name, so just look up Madam President of Korea, whatever. I don't know how to say it. Who got in trouble for using her position to get her daughter favorable college entrance exams and all that bullshit. Anyway, they fired her real quick. Soon as she did something dishonest, it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna investigate. No, you're fired. They fired her. She apologized for her wrongdoings, and they got a new president really quick, like a month later, I think. It wasn't like this whole in America everything's all slow with the politics. Soon as they found out the president was abusing her power, they fired her ass and got a new president within a month. And like the whole country voted on it and all that crap. It wasn't like shady. They voted on it. The people did. And they had like I think at the time it was three people running for it, and it was like from three different parties. But there's more than three parties. But like for the president thing, it was like three main people within a month. At least and obviously America thinks they're the best at everything, and yeah, like we're the best at having a corrupt government. That's for sure. American government's corrupt because it's like, what does America do? It just like complains about every other country's government and about how every other country's government sucks. So it brainwashes everyone here thinking, well, if all the other countries suck, then that means we're the best. We're not the best. We're the best at being corrupt. And we talk a lot of shit about Mexicans' government and Mexicans' police. We talk a lot of shit about Mexico, but our government's more corrupt than their government. That's why we talk so much shit about them. Well, whatever. But once again, it's the sheep mentality. If you, I'm assuming the average person's stupid. If you hear something enough, you're gonna believe it. The brainwashing, just the brainwashing. And I guess I haven't like am I a victim of it? Have I heard something enough times to make me believe it? I can only think of one thing. The anime Darling in the Franxx. I heard Darling in the Franxx was like one of the best animes ever. I heard that like a million times. That anime sucks. But I was brainwashed for a few weeks, and after watching a few episodes, and and after watching, like skipping around because I'm like, wait, this isn't good. This anime sucks. But the thing is, I had heard and was told by so many people that's the best thing ever, and like all these other shills on the internet. Yeah, Darling in the Franxx is like one of the best animes ever. And I'm like, I watched it, like it sucks. It sucks. Darling in the Franxx sucks. The ending sucks. The beginning is interesting because I'm like, oh, but then it gets sucky really fast. First two episodes are good. Sucks. It sucks. After that, it sucks. So and then like you feel weird because you don't agree with like the rest of the crowd. I'm like, well, what's wrong with me that I don't like this? What's wrong with me that I just think just it's like trying. I don't know. Like there's this thing called fan service, and then there's this thing called shitty fan service, or just like cringe service. Darling in the Franxx is just cringe. In the ending, like give me a break. Like happy endings, yeah, okay. You could have a happy ending, but like a happy fairy tale ending with like a bullshit climax with a final battle, it just sucks. A planet sized human mech? What the fuck? Give me a break. How much acid do you have to drop to fuck up something that's good for the first two shows? A lot. They must have fired some writers. I don't know. Whatever. Darling in the Franxx sucks. Anyway, so like, but like, you have that opinion back when it first came out. People thought you were crazy. But then, after a while, more and more people started saying, yeah, Darling in the Franxx isn't that good, and here's why. And then, like, those people, because more and more people came out, they got attacked less and less. So, it's okay to say what you believe. And I'm using the anime because I don't, people aren't as strong and they're like attacking you when it comes to anime, but they're really strong when it comes to politics. But it's the same thing. You're going against the popular opinion, and it's hard to go against the popular opinion or like the most vocal opinion because it's like, yeah, like everyone I was talking to was like such a big Darling in the Franxx fan, and I'm like it's not that good, but then I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I'm just changing my opinion because it's like so many people are going, yeah, it's great, and I don't know the word's afraid because I wasn't afraid. I was just like, well, maybe I'm not thinking the right way. I was like questioning the way I thought because everyone else is thinking something else. So I was questioning myself. Am I thinking the right way? Maybe it's just something I don't see. But no, no, no. You got to stick with your beliefs. Like if you really feel a certain way about something, say it. And I just had enough. I'm like, dude, I think the show sucks. I don't like it. And I just started voicing my opinion. If it feels a lot better voicing your own opinion. There's nothing wrong with being you. Whatever you support, if that's how you really feel, it's okay. Say it. And if it's a shit take and you have 1,000 people, whatever, coming down on you, at least you're being yourself. At least you're being real. It feels a lot better being real and getting crap for it than being fake and like living in an echo chamber. And after a while, other people who think like you are gonna seek you out and talk to you, and then like it at least it's like real talk. And then you're gonna find people who disagree with you, but will still talk to you because you're being honest. You know that saying like real recognizes real. Yeah, so you can have two opposite views, but at least if you're both being honest, you can still interact with each other and be cordial and talk. Just because you think differently, that doesn't mean you can't be friends with someone or can't work with someone or can't whatever with someone. Different ideas working together is how great things are created. What if we all thought the same? What kind of world would this be if everyone thought the same? I don't like where that would go. You know, imagine living in a society where there's only one way to think. there would be nothing. It would be the most boring thing on the planet. Would you be allowed to even have a have your own hobbies? Well, you can't collect stamps. So I don't know what people want. And then like when at least with celebrities, because they're targets. If one of them says the wrong thing, the whole world attacks them. But who's attacking them? People who aren't happy with themselves. I mean, if you have that much hate for someone that you don't even know, there's something wrong with you. Like the people who have this emotional, like just this like intense emotional reaction to, once again we'll use the strongest reactions right now are from politicians and famous people. You don't even know this person. So, whatever, Brad Pitt. You don't even know Brad Pitt. You don't like the fact that I don't know what his views are on anything. So, okay, let's just say Brad Pitt hates the color blue. If you're so triggered by that, you're the one that has the problem. You're the one that if you have all that hate in you and you can just throw it on Brad Pitt because he doesn't like the color blue, there's something wrong with you, man. You have to look within. You're not happy with yourself. Like this cancel culture, this extreme reactions. These are people who are not happy with themselves. Because if you're happy with yourself, you're not going to be attacking people. I don't care what your opinion is on anything. Meaning, I'm not going to attack you. I mean, if I'm your friend, sure, I care about what you say. But if it goes, but if you say something that I don't agree with, I'm not gonna be like, I'm done, man. Now I'm gonna attack you for the next 2 years. Like, why do you want everyone to agree with you and just be a yes man and just think the same way you think? The only way you get to grow as a person is to you know how they say we'll take a step back, look at it from a different angle. The reason why people say that is because you get you might you might be able to improve the way you're thinking, or just see things from a whole new perspective and get like a whole new other, just anything. The more information, the more opinions, the better you become. It's okay to think several different ways. Like you got these people when it comes to politics, um, like what, like okay, like abortion. Abortion affects like less than 1% of the population. Like how many people are like getting abortions right now? Oh, I am. That's why I started this podcast. Um, like there are people who are single who will never have kids. Like I love how people who are like who will never have kids. How it doesn't that doesn't affect your life. It's like, and like when it comes to a politician, they will vote on that politician based on his or her views on abortion. Why does it matter? It's not gonna change your life, because in the end, if someone wants to get one, they'll get one. If they don't, they won't get one. How does that affect your life? It doesn't. But we care about that stuff instead of the important stuff. We pick hot these hot issues and like base everything on that. And it's things that don't affect your life. That's why we have these shit politicians. Because you're voting for them based on like their religion, maybe, or their religious beliefs, or are they Democrat? Are they Republican? Um, I don't know, like a Twitter post from 12 years ago. Like that's not important. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Peace.